How many more people have to lose their lives before we say enough is enough? This simply can't go on anymore. For the safety of every single man, woman and child in the United Kingdom, we need total remigration, and we need it now. These horrible people have proved time and time again that they don't deserve the right to live in a civilized country. Diversity is killing Britain, and the solution is simple: total remigration, or our people will continue to be murdered.
Friends, patriots, fellow Britons, I'm not going to waste your time with pleasantries today. There's no room for them. Not when our nation is grieving. Not when another one of our own has been taken from us in the most brutal way imaginable. I'm talking about Katie. A young life full of promise extinguished. And for what? For a political ideology that has failed us? For a system that puts the rights of everyone else before the safety of its own people? I want you to listen to me, and listen closely. When the news broke, the words of James Goddard on social media echoed what millions of us are feeling in our hearts.
Get these fucking migrants out now. I am sick and tired of having to make videos about our people being maimed, raped, butchered and murdered in the streets. And guess what? It happened again, ladies and gentlemen. Another day, another atrocity, another white life taken. 34-year-old Katie Fox was out in Birmingham city centre on Friday when she was attacked and stabbed in the neck in an unprovoked attack by a 21-year-old foreigner by the name of Jason Raphael. Katie was taken to hospital with a serious neck injury, and sadly she succumbed to that injury yesterday. The scumbag that did it has already been charged with her murder, and he appeared at Birmingham Magistrates Court yesterday, where he was remanded into prison for a hearing set on November the 12th. 21-year-old Jason Raphael of Smethwick was charged with murder, 2 counts of causing actual bodily harm, possession of a Stanley knife and assaulting a detention escort officer. West Midlands Police have described the attack as unprovoked and are appealing for witnesses that may have been there and may have saw what happened. How many more people have to lose their lives before we say enough is enough? This simply can't go on anymore. For the safety of every single man, woman and child in the United Kingdom, we need total remigration, and we need it now. These horrible people have proved time and time again that they don't deserve the right to live in a civilized country. It's our people that are being sacrificed at the altar of mass migration and multiculturalism, and it is absolutely sickening. That could have been your mum, could have been your daughter, could have been your sister, could have been your auntie, that could have been your nan. At the end of the day, if we don't start mass deportations, and if we don't start deporting the millions and millions of people that shouldn't be in the UK, then horrific murders like this are going to continue to happen. Enough is enough. Our ancestors didn't fight and strive so our people would be picked off, attacked in the street with knives as they're just going about their business on a Saturday night. Something has to give. People can't live like this anymore. They really can't. Sadly, the people of the UK are becoming desensitised to these horrific crimes because they're happening at such a frequent and alarming rate. It is absolutely abhorrent, and the blame falls at the feet of every politician, every cheerleader of mass migration, and every single person that tells you that diversity is our greatest strength. Diversity is killing Britain, and the solution is simple: total remigration, or our people will continue to be murdered. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
He cried out what we all know to be the terrifying truth. That could have been your mum, your sister, your auntie. I want you to pause and truly think about that. Don't just hear it as a slogan. Picture it. The person you love most in this world, your mother, your daughter, your wife, your sister. Imagine their life being stolen on the very streets they should have been safe to walk. This is not a hypothetical scenario anymore. This is the reality we are being forced to live in. This is the Britain our leaders have created, and it is totally, utterly unacceptable. This isn't about statistics or debates in Parliament. This is about our lives, our people's lives. We are being told to accept this as the new normal. We are told to be tolerant, to be open, to celebrate a diversity that, for many, has brought nothing but fear and tragedy. But how can we be tolerant of violence? How can we be open to danger? The British people are saying, enough. We don't want this anymore. The anger you see on the streets and online is not some fringe movement. It is the raw, unfiltered voice of a people who feel abandoned and betrayed. The call to send them back is not born from hate, but from a desperate, primal need for safety. It is the cry of a nation that wants to protect its own. We are told constantly that we are the problem. That if we just integrated better, if we just gave more, if we just understood more, that everything would be fine. But what about our culture? What about our way of life? What about our safety? It seems our concerns are always the last to be considered. The tragic loss of Katie is a testament to this failure. It is a bloody and horrific monument to the negligence of those impacted. How many more people have to lose their life before the government will see what is staring all of us in the face? How many more families have to be shattered before they admit their grand experiment has failed? The sentiment expressed by James Goddard is not an outlier. It is the silent scream of the forgotten people of Britain. He said what many are too afraid to say. These people are not fit to stay in a civilized country like Britain. A civilized country protects its citizens. A civilized country puts its own people first. A civilized country does not sacrifice its daughters on the altar of political correctness. We are a nation with a proud history, a nation of laws, of decency, of community. But what we are seeing now is the erosion of that civilization. It is being chipped away day by day with every act of violence, every story ignored by the mainstream media, every politician who refuses to listen. They want us to live in fear. They want us to look over our shoulders in our own hometowns. They want us to accept that certain areas are no-go zones. They want us to believe that this is just the price of living in a modern multicultural society. But we refuse. Our people should not have to live like this. This is our home. This is the land of our ancestors. We have a right to feel safe here. We have a right to demand that our government protects us. And when we dare to speak up, when we dare to voice our grief and our anger, what happens? We are vilified. We are called names. We are dismissed as bigots. They try to shame us into silence, but the memory of Katie and all the others like her will not be silenced. Their memory fuels our resolve. It is in this context, a context of profound grief and systemic neglect, that you hear the cry, "White Lives Matter." It is not a cry of supremacy. It is a desperate plea for equality of concern. It is a demand to be seen, to be heard, and to be protected. It is a declaration that our lives have value, that our safety matters, and that our tears are just as valid as anyone else's. The time for talk is over. The time for half measures and empty promises is over. The solution is clear, and it is the only one that will guarantee the long-term safety and survival of our people and our culture. We need to start mass deportation. We need total remigration. This is not a suggestion, it is a necessity. It is the only logical conclusion when you see a system that is fundamentally broken and is costing British lives. We must remove those who do not share our values, those who have no respect for our laws, and those who pose a threat to our people. We must secure our borders and take back control of our country once and for all. Let us say her name, Katie. Let her not be just another statistic. Let her be the name that finally awakens the lion in the heart of every true Briton. Let her memory be the catalyst for the change we so desperately need. My thoughts and my deepest prayers are with Katie and her family. We will not forget her. And we will not rest until we have a country where our mothers, our sisters, and our aunties can walk the streets in peace. Rest in peace, Kate. We will fight for you. We will win this fight for Britain.